Hey everybody, welcome to Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to be for tips and tools and strategies to help you build a profitable business that's fun to run. And Tuesday is the day that we talk social media and digital marketing with our very own TJ Online, the digital diva herself. So sit back, relax. We're going to be talking about hitting the target. Today we talk about hitting the target. And TJ, take it away.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the show. Always a welcome to the show, but it's really a discussion about digital marketing topics, which is content marketing, social media, email marketing, all of those text, even text messages and things like that. Any way that you are a way for you to create and connect with an audience and turn them into followers and to customers and to fans. So that's the process we talk about here every Tuesday. And, we do a little bit on Thursday, and we do talk about that. But before I get started with that, I want to say welcome to the live viewers. We're glad you're here. If you're here, please, let us know. Put something in the chat. And, I got to say, replay gang, if you're watching this after the live show or a few days later or whenever, we're glad that you're here. Please join the conversation because this is a discussion. So we're going to, I like to present a topic and it's pretty current, or I'll make sure that it is. It's either something from the news or an update to the way the gurus and influencers are talking about digital marketing, social media, and what you need to do. So we'll always stay up to date. I'll try to do that for you. That's my promise. I'll try to keep us up to date. But you need to know all of these processes, and if you're watching it later, still watch it, and then say, oh, well, if this is, say, a couple months old, maybe there's an update or not. But always put a note and say, hey, what's going on now? I watched this 3 months ago. Is there any change? Put something in the comment and let us know, and we'll respond. So it's still an active video, even though, the live lights are off and we're not interacting with the chat live. But there's always a response on the replay. Also, please, share this out if this topic is something that, resonates with you and you feel like it would benefit others that you know. Please share this out. Like it, share it, comment. We love all of that interaction because that lets us know that we're doing something right, that we're talking about the right topics. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about today is about hitting the target, doing the things for the right reason, the right way, for the right people.
Right.
Because you don't want to be spinning your wheels, creating content, doing things, and I hear this, well, nobody responds, nobody comments, nobody likes, nobody shares. Well, there's a couple of reasons, but one of them could be the content that you're providing. Because last week we talked about the types that fit you. So last week it was all about you, the content maker, the business owner, the brand, personal brand that you're trying to build, the shop, whatever. It was all about you and what you felt comfortable with. So that was written word, audio, and video. So last week was about you. This week it's about them. So you know which kind of content that you want to create. But now you've got to say, hey, is this something that my audience or my potential audience or a group of people that I'm trying to reach, is this something they're interested in? Don't just rely on, well, I like it. It's a topic that I like. You have to find out from that. So we always talk about ways, demographics, analytics, data studies. I bring all of that stuff up so you're aware of what's going on out there and not in your world of, well, I'm creating my business and I want to do it this way. So trying to bring you out of that and say, what do they want? So that's a part of it, hitting the target, and then creating content that people are looking for and searching for. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And today is, I'm going to throw it out there, just vote. I haven't voted yet. I'm going to vote. So we're going to exercise our right to vote. No one's telling you who to vote for. You vote for whoever you want to. But, there's a big push to vote. So today is election day. Let's
vote.
Get out there and vote.
Vote. I've already filled out my ballot. Just got to go drop it off. And you haven't voted.
Some people have done early voting. That's great.
Yes, and you haven't voted if you haven't dropped it off.
Oh, good idea. See, you can fill it out and put it in the envelope, but did you drop it off? You have to do that part. Drop it off. So I'm just going to stop for a minute and check. I want to check and see who's in the chat.
Yeah, I'm going over there right now too.
And because I think I may need to share this out.
I think I saw the notification come over on Facebook.
Okay, good. All right. Like I said, I like to make sure that we're doing this properly, and that just involves a little bit of housekeeping, a little bit of doing what we need to do. And yeah. So Carlos is here. Pat is here. Hey, Pat. Glad you guys are here. I'm just checking real quick. Why can't I see it on my phone? This is just so weird. Facebook is doing what? There it is. Now I see. Of course, Terry, you have to refresh.
Right. And that's a tip. If you're not seeing your feed or not seeing something that you've done, refresh so that you should see it after the refresh. Cool. So I am looking for Terry Johnson online. I think it's coming over on our page.
Okay, so we're just doing a little bit. I think I got it. I got it in the BizChick group. It's there.
Okay, cool.
I know I'm on the page. So just a couple more. Hey, join us. So I just join us.
I see you too.
You see it?
Yeah, because I didn't see it a minute ago.
Join us.
I didn't see it a moment ago, but that was because
it just popped up. I could not, I could not see it, so that's what I said.
And Pat says I'm really low. Is that better? I probably was not speaking loud enough.
Hold on, because we switched our I switched my system, so I always forget to turn it up. So Fran, go ahead and do a sound check.
Hello, welcome everybody. I thank you so much for being with us here live and on the replay. And we're going to learn a lot today. Are you hitting your target? Giving them content that they would like to learn more about. And a lot of people are struggling. Well, what do I say on social media? I'm supposed to be on social media. They tell me I'm supposed to be on Facebook and Twitter. What do I say? What do I do?
Right. So that was a part of why I was thinking, today's topic would be the opposite of last week, which is about you. So now it's about them. So you need to think about content that they are actually actively searching for. That is really going to give you more success with the content you create. Because remember, a few months ago we talked about the basics, the keywords, the hashtags, the call to action, the analytics, and creating the content. Now, I'm going back and going a little bit more detail into those topics. So this one is more, okay, you got your you thought about your keywords, but you may want to take a step back before you think about the keywords that you make and find out what people are searching for, because that's really going to give you the key to, okay, I'm making this content and it really needs to connect. That's why I call it hitting the target. You need to hit the target of this content needs to hit the target with my target audience. And I feel like I say target audience all the time, but it's so important. That's the key to success, because if you don't target, if you don't niche, however you want to pronounce it, and like you said, it's not everybody. Everybody's not going to like your content, and everybody shouldn't like your content. We were talking last week about Social Media Examiner. Those are people that are interested in marketing. That's not a big group. I mean, it seems like it to me because I'm in it, but there are people out in the world that they could care less about, a conference on social media marketing. They're like, that's not what I'm interested in when I'm on Facebook. So you have to think about, well, if I have a smaller group, I need a bigger bang.
Right.
I have a smaller group, I need a bigger bang. I need to find out what they want. Not what I want to give them, what they are looking for, what they are searching for, and it's really easy to find. You can go to Google for free. They're free and paid tools. The best free one is Google. Google's your friend. Google's going to tell you everything. People go, oh, how do I do this? YouTube or Google? And then you look around and say, well, YouTube, the one with the most views and the most comments, and then you take a look and see if you resonate with the person in the video. You can do that. But the best way is if you've got customers, ask them. Send them a survey. Surveys are the best way. Just simply ask them a question. And it doesn't have to be, here's a survey. You can email them. Say, hey, hey, Joe, hey, whatever. I was just wondering, what problems are you having with X, Y, Z? Conversational. Not, here is a survey, fill it out. Question 1, question 2. No. No, we don't do things like that. These are people you're talking to. You may be using a digital device, but it's still people. So keep that in mind. I think that's the key. Whatever you're doing online, there's still people on the other side of that device. And we seem to forget that because it's like, well, I'm going to fill out a survey and there's 20 questions. I don't want to fill out a 20 question survey. Talk to me like, we're sitting on the porch having iced tea. So, what problems are you having with blah, 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 blah? I want to know. Say, I want to know. Bring them in.
Right.
Not you. Focus is them. Conversational with them. Asking them questions. What do you need? What are you having problems with? What is the one thing that could fix your problem? Ask them those things. It's not hard. And so, people try to make this hard. And it's a lot of, there's so much information. There's articles about the best way to do this. And you got to do step this, and you got to do. You don't have to do that. Conversational. I've gotten a lot of the best emails that I've gotten from people, from influencers or whoever, is the ones that ask me stuff like they're talking to me. Not, here's a survey, fill it out. Thanks. Or here's a gift. I don't have time for that. I don't want to do it unless I'm really, really invested in you as, what you're presenting as your business, as you've spoken to me through podcasts and articles and YouTube. I mean, I'm really invested in you. Then I'll go, yeah, I'll do whatever you say. But you got to get there to that point.
Have you had that survey that comes when you buy a refrigerator or you buy something and it's yay long with fill in the blanks and shade this and do all of this stuff, and they want you to ask all those 20 questions? Guy Cook says, ask me stuff.
That's what I was just laughing at, Guy.
Like, oh my God.
Said, ask you stuff, LOL.
Yes, and it's annoying, one, and it's an interruption in time. So you keep your survey short and conversational. Hey, what did you think about our workshop last week? What do you think we should change, or did it help you?
Don't overthink it. A survey shouldn't be 20 questions, 1 or 2. And it shouldn't look like a survey because there are some people programmed to see that as a survey. And like I said, unless they're really in your tribe, really invested into your business, your brand, they will do it. But other people will sit back, well, I don't got time for that. I don't have time for that. I'm having fun looking at these memes and gifts and laughing and looking at my friends' pictures or my cousin's baby shower, especially on Facebook. You got to compete with their attention. So keep it conversational.
Gail says, I never fill out surveys.
See? Gail says she never filled out surveys. And guys says surveys should be 7 questions max. You're right. But make it, if you're on a larger scale, you're a larger business, you can get away with that. But we're small businesses. You know the type
of surveys that I like?
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, 5, 1.
Oh yeah, and then you just click the little
fill in the stars. Don't ask me an essay question. Just let me fill in the stars. Did it work for you?
And think about it. Do you want to lose them? A phone call, a baby, knock on the door, I'm in the store, what? And people are answering these things on their devices. So you can, if it's something you could do with 1 question, do it. But if you need to do a survey, like Guy says, no more than 7. I would say 3, but that's me. Guy says 7, but don't go over 7. Don't do 20. And then you also got to remember, if you're going to ask conversationally in an email and you don't get any responses, then try doing a survey something like a Google form or Google, or like Fran said, with some kind of survey form where they can like click a radio dot, yes or no, or the multiple questions, and it's really easy on the phone.
Or you can just fill in the stars.
Yes, something easy. That's the key. Because remember, we're taking those kids are taking standardized tests, and they got to fill in the circle. They're not, it's not, don't make it complicated, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So find the easiest way. There's several things. SurveyMonkey comes to mind. I really haven't used them. Google Forms will let you do Google, ask a question, get a response and stuff like that. Typeform is one that I like.
I was going to say Typeform too. Typeform was pretty easy.
Typeform is a fun one because it's visual and graphical, and then it moves into the next question. But then again, you don't want to ask too many. So you want to get a little bit of information without overwhelming them and like, oh, I got to answer these questions. I don't feel like it. I want to go watch House of Cards. House of Cards just came out. I want to go and watch House of Cards. I don't want to answer your survey. So when you get them and they read it, ask them one question and say, when you get a minute, can you answer this for me? I really want to know.
Yeah,
I help you.
I got a survey from the car dealership when I bought the car. So they put $1 in the envelope. And 3 hours later, because they wanted to know about the car, what, I was like, this is ridiculous. They got to figure out a way to make this better. Because it was really long for $1.
And see, you have to think, this is about them, not you. Them. How do you feel when you get a survey from a business or a corporation or a brand or an influencer, anybody? How do you feel when you get something that, and like Guy says, the industry ideal 7. Yes, it is for like a larger business can get away with that. But we're talking like we want a conversation. We want to get their attention. 1 or 2. Don't make it where you're taking up their time. And Gail says, yeah. She said 3. I got ADHD. I like quick. You see, I like quick and easy. Everybody likes quick and easy. I don't know anyone who doesn't like quick and. Oh no, give me the hard way. Give me the hard test. Give me the long 50. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. It's a 1 tap deal or 2 taps because there's the saying, oh, people have the attention span of a goldfish, and I heard Mark Schaefer wrote an article about that, and he said he's tired of hearing it. I am too, but where's the number? The number is that it's true because you think about you. How do you react when you see stuff? Especially if you're not interested. A survey, answering questions, giving my opinion. People don't want to do that. They're busy doing other fun stuff. So it has to be fun. And like I said, Typeform, I love Typeform because it's the interface is graphical and it's easy and it flows really well. And you can do other things with it, but that's just one out of many. And like I said, I think SurveyMonkey was one. Google has something for forms and surveys. So you pick the one that you like, but make it easy. So you just ask people that you have, you ask the audience you have, or ask the customers that you have.
Oh.
Ask the people you have now.
Give them an opinion and a choice?
Yeah. Don't make it about you, what you want. What are they going to answer? What are they going to do? What will they pay attention to? Make it easy. Why do you think Staples always talks about an easy button? I love that thing. They even sell the little easy button because people want it easy. Office supplies. Someone an office manager, they got to order all this. Oh my God. Staples says, hey, we make it easy. I'm going to go with them because they're making it easy. So you make it easy.
Now, here's another thing that we can do too, Terry. And yes, we can do the survey, but we can also pay attention to the comments of the people when they give us a comment on one thing. Like, well, I don't quite get whatever it is that you're doing. Well, then we need to stop and figure out what they didn't get. And then we won't have to deal with what Curtis is saying. Trying to get the details doesn't come easy, but if you address them as they come up.
Right. And see, this is the thing. I want you're trying to get some information. And you don't want to ask them a whole bunch of stuff and details in the beginning, because there's the follow up. You can follow up. Okay, once I got these, answers from the one question, I can send out another email or another, however you're touching your audience, and say, hey, remember I asked you a question? Well, these are some of the results. How do you feel about that? And then you can get more detail. But you need to get in the door with one package, not Christmas shopping with 1,000. You're not getting in that door. One package, you can walk through the door into the house. I'm holding so many questions, I can't get in the door. Because there's the follow-up. There's always the follow-up. One thing, breadcrumbs. I love to say this, breadcrumbs. One thing leads to another. But you got to get their attention. You got to get it. And because if you come at them with all of this stuff, people zone out because there's too many choices, too many things to choose. Why do you think McDonald's, they have the same, when you go everywhere, you can go to McDonald's in another country, it's the same thing. Because I know it. I'm familiar. It's easy. Number one. Number three. That's why the fast food places have that ordering system. So you don't have to make a choice, because it's fast food. You want to get in, you want to get out, you got to go back to work, or you want to spend the rest of your lunch hour reading, shopping, walking, whatever it is that you want. That's the key.
Give the people what they want?
Give the people what they want.
And
yeah, go ahead with Guy's comment. I can't bring it up on my... I'm trying to...
Yeah, it says, Guy says, to determine follower likes so that content can be created for them, does that include infographics?
Determine follower likes so that content can be created. Does that include infographic?
Infographics, the ones with the pictures and...
Right. So do you mean like you're trying to figure out how many followers you have, or...
To determine followers' likes. I think what he's saying is to determine what the people want or like, so that content can be created for them. Does that include...
you mean like an easy presenting of information? Yes, infographics are very popular for that. Because it's tied in, I just said about McDonald's, and you go and you look and you see the picture of the food, and there's a number, and you don't have to say the thing, you just go number one.
TJ, I think we just got bumped on Facebook. We're still live on YouTube, by the way, but I just got something that just said that...
it bumped me.
Yeah, so everybody just stay tuned, and we're going to do a take two. Just put take two in there and go live again, TJ.
Yeah.
I was
it bumped us. Yeah.
And that's, I don't know if Facebook is doing something really weird.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what do you mean we're over?
Like, what are they talking about? All right, hold on, let's bring it. Let me get the screen.
And
back.
these are all of the nuances that go with live. Everybody's so that you all are still on with us over at YouTube. This is what happens in a live. And it's okay. You don't need to panic that it's not going perfectly. You just keep rolling.
You keep rolling. That's what we're doing. Keep rolling. So people on Facebook, Facebook bumped us off. I don't know why.
We got bumped, and we were the feed quit, and I was like, oh,
yeah. So I don't know.
But I think I'm going to go back and see if we're back now.
I see Pat. I always want to say Patricia A. Murray. I see Pat here. So I put hold on, take two in there, and we need to share this second one out again.
I was like, hey, what happened?
Because I'm pressed for time, so I really wanted to.
Well, continue, and then we will, continue. But Guy was asking about the infographics. Would that include infographics, maybe sharing with them via infographics? Infographics are pictures, kind of like animated pictures that display a particular topic.
Right. So I'm going to guess that he's saying that infographics are great because, and let me back it up, because I was just talking about McDonald's and the pictures, and even with the workers at McDonald's, the register has pictures, and they just touch it. They don't have to go and type this, that burger, that. It's a 1, and they press a 1 on the register. See how easy that is? It's just infographics. It's just representation, graphical representation, which is easier for people, because instead of you presenting someone with a block of text, you give them a picture, because they can connect with the picture, and it's like, oh, it's a whole sheet of text or something, a book with a if I'm not inclined to read all that, that's why stories is so popular, and I see it gaining popularity on Facebook itself, not just Instagram. It's because it's a graphical representation. You can take a quick picture, a quick video of a scene, of a moment of something that you're doing, and it's not overly involved. It's 15 seconds.
Right.
And if you want to continue what you're talking about, to change the angle, you can say, okay, change the angle. Here's another 15 seconds. So see, you have breadcrumbs. You can connect it and keep them going. And when people want to drop off, they drop off. See?
Right.
So it's always graphical representations of what you're trying to do, your message, your data. It's always going to work best over you creating some long-form copy. And not to say that it doesn't work. It's just that it depends on the mood of your audience, and you know what they like, and that ties back to last week when I was saying about the written word, audio, and video. So you know what they're going to like. So if it's video would include graphical representation, so you could put infographics and photos and different things in there.
Okay. And
trying to clear this back out.
Yeah, it's being weird.
Yeah, we got bumped.
So yes, we can use infographics. I'm thinking whatever the way that the audience, whatever language the audience uses is the language you should use.
Right.
Whether it's infographics, whether it's text, whether it's pictures, whether it's video, figure out how your people would like to hear from you.
And see, realize that the hot thing now is video, and live video is growing steadily. Did we talk about that, or was that podcast? And I did a whole show and we talked about things that the trends that are growing. I know podcasting was a part of it. I'm trying to remember if video was in there. If not, we could talk about it. But if you pay attention to any like I said, Social Media Examiner, if you follow them, or if you follow any person talking about social media online, they're going to talk about video and live video, because that's the thing that Facebook is pushing out. I posted on my stories today that I saw on the Facebook app, they changed the bottom menu. They have an icon now for groups. They didn't have that before, because that was one of the things when I was on mobile and I'm on my phone and I'm looking at Facebook and I'm like, how do I get to my groups? I can't unless there's a notification. If you join a bunch of groups, you're not going to remember every group. So now Facebook said, okay, here's a little icon, and when you touch it, all the posts from the groups that you're in, you can scroll through like a feed. I said, that's genius. So now, if you have a group that you're the admin of, you're managing, or you're thinking of doing a group, and this is one way that people it's going to get in front of people's, in front of their eyes, especially on the phone. They're going to see that little thing at the bottom, and I touched it. It looks like a circle with 3 people in it, like 3 icons of people. And when you touch it, it shows all your groups.
I'm going to have to
updates.
So I need to make sure I updated my
your app.
My app. Make sure my app is updated. I'm going to check it because I want to see if it's the same on the iPad as it is on my phone.
No, it's not. It's not on the iPad. For some reason, the Facebook app on the iPad works differently on the phone.
Okay.
I checked it. I went. That's where I went to look. I said, "Oh, is it there?" Or maybe I didn't update my Facebook app on the iPad. No, it's not there.
Okay, so when you hit the hamburger menu, it gives you. I see groups.
Well, okay, this is the deal. There's you don't have to hit the hamburger menu to get your groups. It's an icon right on the bottom on your phone.
Okay, so let me make sure my app is up to date first.
Yeah. It's not the hamburger, because I know that's how you can find your groups on Facebook on mobile, is you hit the hamburger, the little 3 lines. They call that a hamburger menu in web design terms. And when you tap that, you get to see more stuff and you see groups. But no, Facebook put an actual icon on the bottom of the Facebook app for mobile, for your phone.
And they must be rolling it out then, because let me go and look.
You don't have it? Okay, it may be one of those things that Facebook is rolling out, but I love that, because if you are you have a group and you're trying to get more people in your group, well, because and for example, I joined Mari Smith. She's got some a video challenge. Was it for the month of November? Let me make sure. Yeah, she's Mari Smith Video a Day Challenge. Wave Video a Day, because she works with that Wave app. So you're supposed to she makes a video every day using the Wave app, and then you're supposed, when you're part of the challenge, you make a video and you put it in the comment of the one she did. So I forgot that I joined the Video a Day Challenge. I haven't posted anything because I was like, when I go to my phone, I don't see my groups unless I'm thinking the group. But now they've got, I don't know if I can show you. Probably not.
I can see something down there.
It's at the bottom here. It's at the bottom. There's an actual icon for groups.
And if you're wondering why groups are important on Facebook, it's because that's where people expect to hear from you, or expect participation from you, or that's where you interact with people on Facebook. If you are trying to reach people and talk to them, you need to start with the ones that you already know, which are probably in a group.
Right.
Facebook.
But see, when people join groups, they kind of just disappear into the.
And you can't do that.
Unless you remember.
Yes, and you need to participate in the groups, because those are where you're going to get the most engagement. You're not,
right.
And we keep saying it all the time. If you want more customers, then you're going to need to talk with the people you already have.
And it's really helpful for people that are, you started a group on a specific topic and niche, and you want more engagement. Because like I said, once you join several groups, if you're not actively and Facebook has fallen down with the notifications. Like when I used to do lives for this Tuesday show, the notifications will pop up and people would get them, and now they're like, I don't get your notifications. I've heard that from other people who have business pages and groups and stuff. So if people are not getting the notifications, then Facebook says, listen, okay, we're going to put an icon at the bottom for groups, and it's probably was a request. I don't know, how Facebook decides that, but this is a thing that they are focusing on groups, for them to make that notification, like for video and for stories. I've noticed a lot of changes with stories. You can react to a Facebook story now. You can actually put in a reaction, like a like, a laugh, the sad, all the Facebook reactions. You can actually react to a story in Facebook in the app. So that's one of the things that they're changing. So that's how I know that they're focusing on Facebook stories, they're focusing on groups, and they're focusing on video just by them. The things that they're doing, that they push to the front. So I'm just saying that. So that's one thing that you need to pay attention to say, I need to jump on that and capitalize on that, and make sure, you tell, if you got a group, tell your people, hey, have you ever been frustrated and, you've missed the notifications for the group? Well, when you use mobile, the little icon at the bottom, so check for that. And, those are some of the things that you can do. I'm running out of time. I got like maybe 4 more minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I just really pressed the time. I got another thing to do. Guy asked me a question. I'm gonna answer your question in the comment, and I just want to do a little wrap up. So find out what the questions are from your audience, from your customers. Ask them. And we said that before. Just simply ask them. Have a conversation. Send an email. Post something on Instagram with a nice photo that corresponds to what you're trying to ask them, like someone asking a question. Something that's going to get their attention, and ask the question. You can do it on Twitter. You can do it on your Facebook page. Wherever you're getting the most engagement, ask the questions. Find out, listen, what's your pain point? What's the thing that's keeping you up? What's the thing that's bothering you? If you could change this. Whatever it is that you're trying to find out, ask them, because you're going to get some answers. And then, like with the details, you can do another follow-up post, another follow-up email, another follow-up question saying, hey, remember I asked that question? Well, here's the responses. Or if you really did a 3-question survey and you called it a survey, then here's the responses of those surveys. What do you think? And you're going to get answers for that. So each thing is going to lead to the other. So
I'd like to add, use the polls that come with Instagram and Facebook.
And Facebook, they have thank you. They have poll questions you can ask. You can use that for Facebook. Another thing, like I said, I mentioned Google. So you can always use. There's always tools on Google. There's Google. What is it called? Google Autocomplete. That's it. You ever know when you go to Google.com and you're typing in, you start typing in, you see a drop-down list of suggestions? Google Auto Suggests. That's what it is. So Google is trying to match you up with what it thinks that you want to know, and based on things that other people have asked. So that's another clue to see, maybe this is something I need to focus on. So it's Google Autocomplete, Google Trends. They also have a section called Trends, which is you can find out what's trending right now in the world, in the United States, in whatever a geographical section of the world you want to focus on. You can find out the trends. Trends are things that you can get in front of and attach to if your business, your brand, your message, your content, whatever is complementary to it. Don't just jump on. Like yesterday was National Happy Donut Day. Well, if you don't have anything to do with donuts, don't just jump in there unless you want, unless you find a cute, funny way to do it, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So you look at the trends. That's another way for you to connect and get in front of people. And then you can connect and say, get them in your audience, and then ask. That builds your audience so you have even more people to ask, what's going on.
Wow. Thank you, TJ. This was great.
Okay, I'm sorry, I wanted to do more. Maybe we'll do a part 2. If you want a part 2, put it in the comments, because I will do a part 2 next week. There's more stuff I had, but I see my time is running out, and then Facebook is, jumped us off and all kind of crazy stuff. So, but I thank you guys for participating and joining the discussion. As always, we love that. We love that you bring your questions, your thoughts, your opinions. And, because it's one-sided if it's just Fran and I saying what we know. So you guys got to come in and say, well, this is this. And like Guy came in and about the 7 survey questions. So, everybody plays their part in the discussion, and it becomes a well-rounded discussion on a good topic. So I'm glad that you guys are here live. Also, replay gang, put your questions, your thoughts, comments in the chat. You're a part of this too.
Yep,
okay?
And Gail said do a part 2.
Okay, so we're there. So we'll do part 2 next Tuesday. So I'm going to do the event thing now, and I invite people. So if you're not up on that list of invitees, I don't know what they call them. Facebook has it where you can invite people. So if you want to be on the list, just put that in the comment. I'll make sure that you get an invite, so that we're doing the show next Tuesday. But I'm telling you right now, we're doing the show next Tuesday.
Right.
On this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, we will be back tomorrow with Coach Karen, and Thursday on health, and then tech on Friday. But you can always catch TJ here on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, TJ.
Thank you, guys.